Hey, sup, cool man, sup, Venus. Yeah, I wasn't muted, my bad. I was just like, I didn't have chat open. Um, and I was like doing stuff in the background, like I wasn't like tabbed in. That was kind of my bad. But yeah, how you guys doing? Um, just trying to like see something here. Um, why isn't it letting me go back? Yeah, sorry, I'm like kind of not tabbed in right now. I'm just trying to like open up the tab to see if I can like even find if I'm like live, but I guess that's probably okay. Uh, close that. Oh my god, that kind of startled me. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just like kind of chilling. Oh, it's like the world isn't like loading in. Just being an acorn stream is rare. Oh yeah, I've been kind of like slacking recently. Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate both you showing up. All right. I still need to post on Discord and Twitter. I'm just still trying to like configure some stuff here. Oh, what the heck? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, see, I haven't been on in so many days that like I just kind of like forgot about that. Um, sorry, give me a second. I still need to post. Um, recently said that's cap. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been like a couple weeks where it's like I've been like really sort of like slacking. I just haven't really been on much, which kind of sucks. But hopefully I can kind of get back into it soon. All right. Let me just tweet. I think I really need to like streamline this process. Tweet, what's that? Oh yeah, you're talking about how they changed it to like X or whatever, or just like regular posts. I forget exactly like what they're calling it. I think it's just a regular post now, but I think at one point he was like Elon was like, "Oh, we're rebranding it to like X's or something." It's like kind of stupid, but it is what it is. All right, let me repair this. Actually, probably should have left this gold in there because we probably could have just used it to repair our stuff instead of going to the Enderman farm. Alright. So I'm just gonna throw this in, and then it will, like, be cooking kind of in, like, the background, and then we'll just, like, keep working on our base a little bit. I don't really know how long I'll be on for, probably not very long, but, you know. I haven't been on in a while, so I figured I'd kind of, hop on for a little bit. Alright, let's throw that in there. Do you have green dye or cactus? Yeah, I have cactus over here if you need. I think one of them is, yeah, like these three aren't on my plot, so if you wanted to like come over here and like punch a few of them out to get some cactus, you're welcome to do so. $8 X subscription. Do you actually like subscribe to it? Because yeah, it's like that's kind of cringe. No, I'm just kidding. I think the only thing that would be like beneficial about like subbing to that would be the fact that supposedly it like kind of like pushes your posts more. So like, you know, I guess from, you know, let's say my perspective, if I was like, you know, tweeting out like, you know, oh, I'm live or whatever, or like, you know, you're posting a video or something, you can basically like have a bit more priority in the algorithm of like being advertised. So that's like the only thing I could really like think of a benefit of subscribing to that, but obviously like, you know, even then that's probably not like worth it. X subscription or subbing to Acorn? Dang. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's kind of a tough one to decide. Alright, let's start doing this. But yeah, I feel like it probably isn't really worth getting a subscription to X. Unless, like, you know, like I was saying, unless you're, like, trying to like, advertise stuff, then it might be beneficial to receive a little bit of a boost in the algorithm. I'm just gonna fill this in. I think I was supposed to keep mining and then, like, replace this with sand, but I think maybe we'll just, like, you know, kind of, like, cheese it a little bit. Take a shortcut instead of, like, doing a lot of mining stuff. We'll just, like, fill this in with sand. Yeah, very bad stuff. Yeah, I think that was one thing people were pointing out when they did the initial like rebrand, was that like, you know, they took such like an iconic name and brand as Twitter, and now they're like changing it. You know, I think that's like super risky. I mean, at the end of the day, like Elon was the one that like bought the platform, so you know it's kind of like his company now. So even if he like drives it into the ground, that's kind of like his problem. But I just find that, like, extremely strange because, you know, like, from a marketing perspective, that's, like, literally what people, like, kind of, like, die for is, you know, to have, like, marketing-related stuff, like name recognition and all that kind of stuff. Like, they work so hard to kind of get that for their brand, and, you know, a lot of the time it doesn't really work out for like all these like sort of smaller to medium-sized companies, and then you have like such a large company with what do you call it, you know, already like everything kind of established, and they're kind of like changing it for no reason. Yeah, it doesn't really make too much sense. At the end of the day though, even if they change like the name and stuff, I think as long as the platform is there and still functions, like, you know, kind of similar to what it was before, I think it will probably be fine. You're getting hit with an infinite locating server? Dang. I don't know if you've already tried it, but maybe try restarting the game. Hopefully that would help, but, you know, yeah, there always is a chance where it won't. Spider-Man Lotus? Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I didn't even realize there was, like, a new Spider-Man movie or whatever it was. The only thing I had really seen about that was that, like, apparently there was, like, a theater premiere for it, but, like, I've never, like, heard of it before. But apparently it is in, like, theaters somewhere. So, yeah, I don't even know much about it, but I'm kind of surprised that they are still doing like so much Spider-Man stuff. I feel like, you know, they might kind of like push it a bit too far. And like people might get like sick of all the Spider-Man stuff because, you know, they recently released like a movie for one. Like, what was it? Into the Spider-Verse or something like that? I forget exactly the name of it. I didn't watch it, but yeah, it was like some new Spider-Man movie they recently released. I think there's a Spider-Man game coming out in a couple months for PlayStation. So it's like, you know, if they're doing too much Spider-Man stuff, I feel like people are gonna kind of get a bit like tired of it if they're just like, you know, pushing it so hard. Alright, that should be good. Kind of just like, you know, adding the edge of our next layer here. I'm probably gonna have to go and grab more sand here, because as you can see, we're down to our last stack. Also handed I... Okay, yeah, we're good. Never get sick of Spider-Man. Did you restart your game? I can try maybe restarting the server and see if that, like, makes a difference. I'll just log out real quick. I need to log into, like, the server browser here. Yeah, I used to like Spider-Man a lot. That used to be, like, one of my, like, favorite sort of things when I was, like, really young. But, yeah. I think I mentioned this, like, once before we were talking about Spider-Man. I think it might have actually been we were playing Battlefield, cool man, but I was basically, I think I was saying that, like, you know, I like the original three movies with Tobey Maguire. I thought the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, like, weren't bad, but I wasn't, like, a fan of them. Well, I mean, they were still pretty good, and I guess I did still like them, but I didn't think they were as good as the Tobey Maguire ones, and then, like, the Tom Holland ones, except for, I think it was, like, the most recent one with Tom Holland. I think it was, like, No Way Home. Besides that one, I didn't like any of the Tom Holland ones. But yeah. I've been struggling with a bug that has existed in Minecraft since, like, 1.16, and I never reported it, and the bug said it won't let me use my mouse if I don't disconnect your keyboard. That sounds kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend reporting it, because I've seen that happen a lot with games. Is that, you know, a lot of people, because they don't want to, like, waste the time, like, contacting, like, customer support and, like, reporting bugs and stuff. They just, like, assume that something will get fixed, and then, like, they wait a really long time, and then it doesn't get fixed, and then, you know, like, then they eventually reach out, and it's like so much time has passed. It's like, you know, you kind of want to reach out, like, right away to, like, get it fixed as soon as possible. Alright. Oh, okay, we're out of sand there. Whoops. Okay, this could be bad. I don't think we have very much sand left, by the looks of it. So I might actually have to, like, go... Oh, that's nice. I might have to go and, like, get more sand from somewhere. Because, yeah, we're pretty much, like, out of it. The original three were the best, yeah. It's like, some people kind of have, like, different opinions on that. I mean, obviously, you know, in that sense, they're, like, entitled to their own opinion, but it's like, I thought it was, like, a good job, like, in sort of every aspect. Like, I know one of the things I've seen people mention on, like, Twitter, I guess now you could say X, before, is that, they like that the Tom Holland one is kind of more, like, I guess you could say, like, childish, you know, like, the way he speaks and stuff. But I thought, like, the original three were, like, more real, because I think that was one thing Andrew Garfield tried when he was doing Spider-Man stuff, is there were moments, like, you could tell by, like, the way he was talking, they almost try to seem more, like, young. But the original three were more, like, sort of real, you know, it was, like, more... like sort of drama based. Like, there were still some funny like comments here and there, like kind of like snarky remarks, but it wasn't like he was trying to sound like super young. It was just, you know, more sounded like a regular person. So, I don't know. I prefer the original 3. Taylor Lifton reported one bug. Dang. Gotta go maybe get some breakfast. Alright, sounds good. See you, cool man. Yeah, I guess that is like one problem is that it was, you know, like kind of older people. But I mean, if you like look at like photos and stuff, like back, not even that long ago, like even like, you know, like 10, 20 years ago, it's like people in high school, they actually looked like really old. You know what I mean? Like they actually looked like adults. Maybe not as like bad as the move or not the movie. Yeah, the Spider-Man movies. I thought I was gonna say like TV shows. Um, but yeah, like I think it's still, it's, in a sense, somewhat accurate. Hey, sup, Lisa. Uh, didn't look like that 10 years ago. I mean, I didn't either, but that's what I mean. Like sometimes you'll see like videos or clips from like school, like high schools, like, you know, like I said, like 10, 20 years ago, and some of the kids there, they actually look like fully grown adults, like in terms of height and the way they look and everything. It's like kind of crazy. I mean, it was funny because I've seen people make that joke on Twitter where it's like, you know, like people tend to look like they're getting younger in like high school. It's kind of like funny. Because yeah, like I noticed that as well. Like as like, you know, I was kind of leaving high school, that like a lot of the kids that were about to go into high school, like they looked so young, like they didn't even look like they were about to go into high school. Because like sometimes they would do like tours of like schools, like of elementary schools. They'd come in for like half a day and like tour the like the high school. Um, and like you would see some of the kids like walking around, and yeah, like they would not look like they were in grade 8, like about to go into high school. It was like kind of crazy, like how young some of them looked and how like small they were. Like obviously, you know, they have time to grow and everything, but like I think even when I was like sort of getting ready to enter high school, it's like, you know, no, I don't think really anyone was like that small, and like most of them were like really small. All right, see you soon, Lisa. Yeah, no, yeah, it's just kind of crazy to me. Like, you know, how that kind of works out. I don't think I've really broken much with my shovel, but like it already looks like it's missing a like decent bit of durability. They're so small. They come for Half-Life too. Yeah. It's like finally someone smaller than me. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Also, daily mention that I'm really looking forward to Starfield. Hopefully, it's a good game. Like I'm literally like, you know, I think that's like subconsciously like what I'm waiting for before I like try to get really back into like streaming stuff. Just like, you know, waiting for a good game like Starfield, like something I haven't played before. It's something that has probably like a lot of like a replayability. I've been looking for new stuff to play in the meantime. I was like thinking about starting Resident Evil Revelations 2, but I don't think I'll really have enough time to beat it. Like I don't know how long the game is, but I have a feeling like I probably wouldn't have enough time to like beat it a couple times, because, you know, like I try to get as many of the achievements as possible, so I would hate to like leave Resident Evil like while I'm in the process of like getting achievements, you know, if like we ended up getting to like, let's say, the Starfield release date, and yeah, And it's like, I'd basically have to stop playing it like while I'm in the middle of doing stuff, possibly. And also, I'd still have to be playing like Minecraft in between there. But yeah, I think once Starfield comes out, assuming the game doesn't suck, that will probably be like the end of Minecraft for like a really long time. I'll still try and keep the server up, like I'll probably do some like sponsor stuff to try and like, cover the cost of like running the server, but yeah. Because, I think I mentioned this like before, like many weeks ago, but obviously Starfield is probably like the next main game that I'm gonna play. Which is, it comes out like basically I think like around the first week of September. And then after that, like I'm assuming like that will probably be my main sort of game for at least a month, maybe two. And then sometime this year, there's also going to be a new Naruto game, so depending on how like Starfield goes, depends on like whether or not I'll consider getting it. Because if Starfield actually is like amazing and we're still playing like Starfield all the time, then I might consider getting not getting Naruto. But if we've already beaten Starfield and it's already like kind of like bland or whatever, then maybe I'll get it. And that will be like the next main game. But we kind of have like, I guess in that sense, like plans. Like we have like sort of two new main games kind of like lined up. So, in other words, like I said, once those come out, probably won't be doing Minecraft stuff for like a long time. That's why I'm kind of like regretting already, like a little bit of not coming on as much as I should be, because like I said, at least the past couple weeks now. Let me get this. At least the past couple weeks I haven't really been coming on, and it's like, these are kind of like the prime time of playing Minecraft, because like I said, so let me go grab some food. Actually, maybe I'll like do some villager trading here. But yeah, this is kind of like the prime time to get in like our last bits of Minecraft over like the next few weeks, because yeah, once we make the switch, the odds of, let me get some more iron. Once we make the switch to Starfield, like I said, we probably won't be coming back to this for like a really long time. Like possibly not until the next update. Like there always is that sort of chance that that's how long it will take for me to come back to this game. So, like I said, hopefully we can kind of like, come on a little bit more, because I do want to keep like playing while we're still able to on the server. As I was saying, I want to like keep the server up, so assuming I can do some like sponsored like campaigns here and there, that shouldn't be an issue, like keeping the server up, because yeah. If it starts becoming too much of like a drain and it's like no one's playing on the server, then I might consider like, taking it offline until we return. But ideally, I can hopefully just leave the server up, is what I'm kind of hoping. But like I said, that kind of depends on various things. So maybe before Starfield, I'll try and get in like at least one more like sort of sponsored campaign. Let me find this beach. Alright, so /TP. 61. Nice. Okay. Slash weather clear. I think by the looks of it, it was already clear. Oh, whoops. That was close. I guess that's just a glitch with Bedrock. Sometimes that happens where it like says it's raining, or I guess in like our case at the end there, snowing, but it's not actually raining or snowing. Like even if you do a command or whatever, I think sometimes now even if you sleep, it doesn't get rid of it. It will still like show it as raining or snowing when you, as you can see now that we've relogged, it actually wasn't raining or snowing. So it's kind of annoying when that happens, but you know, it is what it is. I hate destroying, like, you know, stuff like this. Natural, like, structures. I mean, it's just like a beach, but that's kind of what I mean. I don't think I found, like, a proper desert on the server yet. Like, I think I did find one, technically, because I think we found, like, a very small sand area a long time ago with, like, you know, a little bit of cactus, which is how, like, we got the cactus at our base. But I have yet to find, like, an actual, like, huge desert. Because if we found one, that would basically be, you know, where we'd get all our sand from at that point. Also, yeah, like, I don't know, I have to go back to my base eventually and, like, just double check, but, like, when we first loaded in, the world wasn't loading properly, but I think our snow golem was, like, gone. Like, I don't think they can burn up. Like, I mean, maybe they can, so maybe next time I'll put, like, a solid block over, like, the snow golem. But yeah, I don't know, what could have killed it, but it wasn't there when we loaded up. Or loaded in. Unless that was just like a display issue, but I don't think it was. I think something probably did end up killing it. It's weird how it spawned turtles here, even though it's like ice. I feel kind of like bad for them. I don't think they need water to survive. Like, I think they're capable of just, you know, staying on the land, but that kind of sucks for them. Okay, we're getting some good amounts of sand here. But yeah, I also, I tweeted out, I actually got around to watching the third season of The Mandalorian, and, like, I was kind of surprised because, like, apparently they did lose, like, a lot of viewers with that season. Like, there's a fish on the... Oh, never mind, it's on water, but it's, like, swimming on the surface. Like, there were apparently, like, they lost a lot of viewership, and then also, apparently a lot of people didn't like the season, but I actually thought it wasn't, like, that bad. I mean, it was kind of, like, roughly what I would have expected from, you know, the show, I guess. Welcome back, Venus. Hopefully, your food was good, I hope. Alright, yeah, let's, fill this up. Alright, let's break this. I still need to get around to upgrading this, to netherite. I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did mention that, last time I was on, just that it's been, like, you know, I think a decent bit since I was last on. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me see if I can get rid of this water. The Elytra glitch. Oh yeah, the one where you're like spamming like jump and it like basically starts flying for you without fireworks. Yeah. That is kind of crazy. I'm surprised they haven't like patched it yet. I mean, obviously there are like limitations to it. Like it's not as convenient as just like jumping once and like activating the wings and using like a firework, but it's it's still pretty crazy how like good it can be. Because yeah, you can get like a lot of air sometimes, especially if you're doing it off of like somewhere where you have like a height advantage, like off of a cliff or whatever. If you do that, you know, you can actually like go pretty far. I mean, yeah, like it probably has been in the game for a while. It's just that, like, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like, I'm surprised they haven't fixed that yet because I feel like that probably isn't something that they've intended. But that does seem to be something with like not just Minecraft, but like a lot of games. Is that, you know, sometimes they don't like fix stuff that like is kind of known, but yeah, they just don't bother fixing it. Okay, we still have some space. Actually, how did I fill this up? I didn't. Alright, that's full. So yeah, I'm hoping to just fill up my inventory here, and then we'll head back. Shovels at like half durability. It's putting in work. Since once didn't I have mending on your sword? Oh, was it like when you like died or lost your stuff, maybe? Forgot. Yeah, hopefully you can get it back soon. Because, yeah, mending is always nice. It's funny because I've had this axe for like a really long time, and it doesn't have mending, and you can see it's still almost close to like full durability. It just shows you how like little I end up using an axe. I have everything you're able to get an exact copy. That's good. Yeah, that Enderman farm really is like game changing. Because if you ever need XP, you can just take like a really short trip there and get levels like really fast. Like without it, it'd be way more like difficult to get levels. Like obviously, you know, you'd still be able to get levels like somewhat quickly by just like mining. Like getting tons of ore or like villager trading, I think for me would be like one of the sort of more like reusable methods. Is, you know, every like couple of in-game days, I think they like refresh their trades, and then you can like do a lot more trading and stuff with them. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of spawning a lot of stuff, so let's do /tport. And I can only die twice until I have no elytras left. And I have to get lots of blocks and pearls. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if you knew this, but I wouldn't really recommend like doing the sort of blocks and what do you call it? And pearls. Because, like, I tried doing that method once when I first went to the Nether, and it took, like, really long to actually find a spot that had, like, a pair of wings. So, like, there's actually, like, a plugin I added, like, a long time ago on the server. And basically, if you kill the dragon, it should give you a pair of wings. So it might actually be easier if you're just trying to get, like, wings. It might be easier just to, like, respawn the dragon and then kill it, because then, assuming the plugin actually works. Like, I never tested it myself, but there should be a plugin where if you kill the dragon, it gives you a set of wings. So you can kind of, like, farm it in that sense. Because I think to make the crystals to respawn it, I think you need, like, glass and, like, gas tiers, so, like, it can be a little bit difficult to do, especially, like, a bunch of times, but yeah, I think it's probably, like, worth looking into if you're just trying to get, like, a bunch of, like, backup wings. Alright. Guess really spawns, so I can't confirm if that works. Yeah, it's funny, because, like, even though I don't really need the wings right now, at one point I thought about respawning the dragon myself to, like, test if the plugin worked. And I kind of ran into the same problem. I kind of forget who it was, but I think at one point someone asked me if I had, like, gas tiers. I don't even remember if I ended up, like, giving them any or not. But when I looked in my chests, I, like, just didn't have, like, almost any gas tiers. I think I might have, like, a couple, but I don't really have enough to craft even, like, a single thing to, like... Actually, unless it only takes one gas tier, but other than that, I don't think I have enough to craft enough to respawn it. You should also get some other stuff, too, like, not just wings, but I think I have it set where you get, like, a dragon head and a dragon egg. Oh. Server restart in 5 minutes. Big rip. Yeah, that's kind of the one problem with playing around this time, is I think, like, every time I've come on around, like, this time, it will, like, give you that message, like, saying, oh, getting ready to restart the server. I'm curious, like, what, like, causes that, though. Like, if there's a way to change what time it reboots at, or if it's just, like, the server hosting people. It's like, that's when they, like, reboot all their servers as, like, maintenance protocols or something. That might just be, what it is. Because I don't think I've seen a setting anywhere where I can, like, change when it actually reboots the server. I would be surprised if someone died because of a restart. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't really be surprised either. I think, like, the main thing... I mean, it does give you, like, a 5-minute warning, so, like, maybe... Like, you know, I think it sort of assumes that people use the sense to, like, not do dangerous stuff. But the main thing I can think of off the top of my head would be, like, you know, if someone was, like, flying with elytra wings, and then, like, once they log back in, if it logged them out, like, mid-air, they'd probably, like, respawn in without the wings, like, active, so there's a chance they could just, like, hit the ground and die. So, definitely kind of risky, for sure. I think that's why you'd probably want, like, feather falling. Game crashed once while flying. Oh, I'm assuming it, like... Oh, you're still flying? Okay. Then, yeah. Then I'm not... I think then it's probably, like, kind of rare that someone would die. Like, if it did, like, log them out during, for, like, a maintenance or whatever. Because even if someone was, like, building over, like, lava, it would probably still spawn them on, like, their bridge. Unless they just got, like, really unlucky. I guess anything is, kind of possible with that. Um, I'm just gonna keep going and like filling this in as long as we can. We've been on like just over 40 minutes, so like I said, I don't know how long I'll be on for, but I know I mentioned this last time I was on, but I was kind of hoping to like finish placing all this stuff. Because, yeah, I think I mentioned this before, once we're done on the outside of the base, like placing all the sand and making it kind of look really good, then we can finally actually start, like, getting around to, like, working on the inside of our base. So, I should also probably start smelting, some of the clay, because I think I want to use, like, bricks or, like, hardened clay, like, one of the two or both, as, like, you know, just a way to incorporate stuff into the base. But we need to, like, smelt clay into those blocks, whether we use, like, bricks or hardened clay. So, I think it'd be smart to, like, maybe decide that, like, while we're still working on this. Because then it can be, like, cooking in the background while we have, like, the area kind of, like, loaded up. Let me break this. Just do something like this. But yeah, I think this might be the day that we finish the... Oh, it stopped the server. Um, it might be the day that we actually finish the outside of the base, because I'm planning on being on, like, later in the evening, too. So, maybe, like, tonight we can maybe finish placing all the sand. And then when I'm on later today in the evening, then hopefully we can actually, like, make it look nice. Um, you know, like, sort of putting seagrass everywhere, like kelp, putting in some, like, magma blocks or, like, soul sand or whatever. Um, something like that, you know. And then once like I said, once the outside's done, then we can focus on the inside. Also, I think the server's back up. Let me just check something. All right. All right, we're back in. We have like 2 minutes left of this potion. Wait, what app do you use? Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about like the server hosting thing? I kind of wish I had some like dirt here. Maybe let me actually like terraform this a little bit. Oh, for server joining? Yeah, I don't really have like an app. Like I just do it through like the Bedrock thing, like in game. But like the server hosting is like Apex, if you're like familiar with that. Alright. Let's fill this in. Whoops. Oh, I accidentally broke a couple of those blocks. The custom serves? Yeah, I don't really know what that is. I just, like, yeah. For, like, me joining this server, I just use the geyser thing. Like, basically, there's, like, I mean, yeah, like, you're on Bedrock by the looks of it, so I don't know if I'm just, like, confused, but I'm sure you probably already know, but yeah, like, if you change your DNS settings, when you go to join one of the official servers that are already, like, listed, you're in Bedrock PS5, oh, PS4, yeah, I'm sure you probably know then, unless you have an app for joining servers from, like, PlayStation, but, like, typically how I do it, and, like, how the geyser plugin people instruct you to do it is, yeah, you just, like, change your DNS settings, and then when you go to join Bedrock Connect, yeah, that's one of the methods they, like, advertise as well, but I think, like, the main one is you can just change your DNS settings, and then when you go to connect to, like, let's say the Hive, like, one of the officially listed servers, it will just bring you to, like, a server browser. Like, I can kind of just show you here, like, really quick. So, like, as you can see, it's literally just, you know, regular Minecraft on, like, your console. But once you have the DNS settings in your network changed on your console, if you go to, like, the featured servers, and besides this one you can see because it has the ping there, it will actually connect you to the official server. All the other ones will just be constantly loading. Then you just click join server. You can see it's, like, loading. But because you changed the DNS settings, I guess it, like, redirects you to, like, the plugin stuff. So then from here you can choose either the official servers that were listed previously, or you can, like, click connect to a server, or, like, a manage server list, so you can, like, add, instead of having to enter the credentials, you can just do what I did and, like, add the server there. So then once you have the server added, you can just click on it and it will let you connect. That's what I do to connect. I don't really bother with with, like, the app or whatever. I know they, like, have a few methods at least that they tell you can do, but for me, I think the DNS one is probably just, like, the easiest, because it's, like, directly through the console, so you don't really have to, like, do any, like, external stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it is pretty cool. I was kind of surprised when I saw it the first time, because I wasn't really expecting something like that to work. Because in a sense, it almost is like a hidden feature, because, yeah, for some reason they don't allow you to, like, join servers like that. Like, in the base game, but yeah, if you just swap some of the network settings, all of a sudden it's like, bam, like, here's an interface that you, like, never knew existed. Alright, let's fly. I think we're really close to finishing, like, the sand. I haven't really been paying attention. Alright, there we go. Let me just, like, grab as much sand as possible. Maybe, like, leave a little bit in the chest. Alright. I just want to get, like, an aerial view here, and kind of, like, see what we're working with. So yeah, you can see there's, like, a little bit there, a little bit here, and a little bit there, but, like, we're... Also, I don't know why I left that, like, uncovered. But yeah, we're pretty close to filling this in with sand, and then we'll, you know, start, like, kind of patching it up again, the area. I think... Actually, no, I'll just do this. That's not... what's not very cool is I know gas spawn. I wouldn't be surprised if that plugin made it so gas rarely spawn. Yeah, I don't think it did, but I've noticed that as well. That there haven't been as many ghasts. I know on, like, Bedrock, like some of the servers I would make there before, it would sometimes spawn like, you know, like 3 or 4 ghasts in like one area, and they'd just be like sort of spraying tons of fireballs at you. It was like so annoying. I think the ghasts are like, you know, the equivalent of like creepers, but in the Nether. Just because they're like capable of destroying blocks, and they're like so annoying when they actually end up spawning in. Because even though, you know, it sucks for the purpose of, like, you know, respawning the dragon, I'd actually kind of prefer it, like, the way it is, if there aren't very many ghasts spawning, because it's, like, I just am so annoyed when, I have, like, an encounter with, a ghast. Because sometimes, you know, you're trying to, like, get glowstone or whatever, and then it's just, like, fireballs are, like, hitting you in the side, and depending on what block you're using, sometimes it's, like, destroying the blocks. It's just, like, kind of annoying. I'm pretty excited, though, because, you know, based on the amount of sand we have, I probably won't need to go back. I mean, I probably just, like, jinxed myself there, but I probably won't need to get more sand. I think we'll probably have enough to, like, finish all this area. Or at least most of it. Because, you know, like, way further back there, we might not have enough, but I think at least, like, the super close areas, we'll have enough to finish, and then at that point, we can probably just, you know, call it done. Whoops. Yeah, I don't have dirt, which kind of sucks. I'm just gonna do that, and I'll leave, like, the rest kind of open. Actually, maybe just for the sake of appearances, we'll do this. But I think I'll probably still leave those caves open. Originally, I wanted to, like, fill those in, but I think now I'll probably just leave them. Unigas spawn, chances are they despawn immediately? Yeah. I've kind of noticed that as well. Maybe I should look into that to see if it's, like, a glitch or something, or maybe there is, like, a plugin affecting it. But I think in the config for, like, the dragon stuff that we're talking about, I think pretty much the only... You found one? Nice. Bros in the lava? Oh, yeah. That kind of sucks. You might have to wait for him to, like, leave there before killing him. Otherwise, his, like, stuff will burn up. But I think in the config for that, like, dragon plugin, I'm pretty sure there isn't any, like, setting for ghasts. I think it just is like, oh, do you want it to drop, like, the wings, like the egg, the head? I think there's also, like, the option to change if it, like, drops the stuff, like, over where it dies, or put it in, like, the player's inventory directly. I'm pretty sure I chose, like, inventory directly, like, whoever gets the killing blow. But, you can, like, change that kind of stuff. He almost killed me. I killed one and it gave me 4. Nice. I'm guessing you have looting then on your sword. But yeah, that is always really good to have. I think to respawn the dragon, like, I don't know how to craft the stuff, but, like, the crystals, I think you need at least 4. So yeah, I don't know, like, what it takes to make 1 crystal, but I think it is 4 to respawn it, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let me drink these. One Eye of Ender. At least we have the Enderman farm, you know, if you needed Ender Pearls. You have plenty? Nice. Good to hear. But yeah, if you decide to fight the dragon, I hope everything, like, goes well. Make sure that, you're, like, extra careful, just because, there always is the chance something goes wrong. Like, I'm sure maybe you'll probably end up fighting with your wings on, but I know, I'm assuming they can probably do it on Java too, but I know on, like, back when I would fight the dragon on Bedrock, it would have, like, the possibility of, like, shooting you up into the sky, so, like, at that stage of the game, if it was, like, your first time fighting the dragon, um, you, like, wouldn't have wings, and you probably wouldn't even have feather falling, so it'd be, like, really dangerous, because there was, like, a high probability you would, like, die from the fall when it would launch you into the air like that. But yeah, I think I did kind of jinx myself. Yeah, I don't even know if this will be enough. Because, yeah, I was like, oh, we probably have enough sand to finish all this. And it's like, yeah, we definitely don't. So I think we'll have to make at least one, maybe even two more trips to that sand area that we were at earlier. I'll just fill this in. But yeah, I am hoping we can kind of get this done, like, soon. Because, yeah, we've kind of put in so much work to just working on the outside here. I want to actually, like, finish our base. Because, yeah, even though I'm sure, like, it will never fully be done, because you can always, like, change stuff and, like, add more, like, stuff. I'd like to at least have, like, something that looks kind of, like, finished before Starfield comes out. Something I can, like, look at and be like, yeah, we have an official base. Alright, still have over 4.5 minutes. Ender Dragon is respawning. Oh, preventing a bed from being used as an explosive. I'm assuming it's still, like, damaging it if you're placing the beds. Unless it's just, like, straight up not working. But yeah, that could be dangerous with the beds. Not using the bed? Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is then, but... Oh, the dragon just spawned. Oh, interesting. Oh, it was probably the crystals. It probably is, like, saying it's a bed, but I think that plugin that, like, prevents the beds from respawning, I think there's also, like, a configuration for, like, the end crystals. So because it's, like, respawning the crystals and, like, doing an explosion when it, like, respawns the crystals, it's probably, like, saying that it's, like, preventing it from, like, causing damage or something. That's kind of interesting. I was gonna say, like, if you were using beds, it might actually, like, work. I mean, it would probably just not, like, allow stuff to be destroyed, but it still might do damage. At least when I was, like, trying to use beds in the Nether, I think that was how it worked. It's like it wouldn't actually, like, destroy blocks, but, you would still take damage if you were, like, close to a bed. Reach the goal and again. Just a plane. I don't even know what that is. Is it a plane one? I don't know what that is. But I don't know if you already killed the dragon. Okay, we're still gonna need a bit more sand. So hang on, does that save? Oh, it does. Okay, that's nice. I forget if it was an update with Minecraft itself or if it was like an update with one of the plugins, but I remember like seeing somewhere that it was saying that like it would save your recent like chat commands or like chat messages. Um, like even if you had logged out of the server, and you can see like it actually did save it. Like we have the T port, we have the weather clear, and we have the teleport to the sand area, which is great because that's like where we're headed next, is to get more sand. Alright, let me put that away. Oh, we do have some sand in there. Alright, maybe before we go over there, we'll take what we have. Alright, we have like 1 minute. Alright, you can see there's that. So yeah, this is like pretty much almost done. I mean, I know there's like a huge gap there, but we won't see it from inside the base. I probably will end up doing something about it though, because that kind of looks a bit ugly from the sky. It's like, you know, you have like the nice like light colored sand, and then you have like that huge drop down. Alright, there's that. So yeah, we'll swim on over here. I think we kind of want to like leave this as like ruins. So I don't really want to cover up too much of this with sand. Like we kind of want to probably leave close to the structure as like dirt, stone, and gravel and stuff. Probably don't want like the whole thing as sand. I'm just like covering the stone. Alright, this is almost filled. How much more sand do we have? Yeah, I don't really think we'll have enough, so we'll still probably have to go to that sand area. I think we'll kind of like leave it like this. Obviously we'll put more sand on this side, but I think we do want like close to the structure still as like, you know, a bit of stone and gravel and dirt, that kind of stuff. Once we're done putting all the sand down, we're gonna have to, you know, do still like a lot of work. We're gonna have to like add lighting. Gonna have to add the magma blocks or soul sands for like the bubble effect. Gonna have to like just spam bone meal. Gonna have to add like kelp. A lot of stuff that needs to be done. What happened, Venus? Everything okay? Alright, let's fill this in. Yeah, I'll just like fill this in too. It kind of looks like a little bit weird. It's not like filled in. Use your elytra if dragon flings you. Oh, I'm guessing it did that attack I was talking about earlier, or yeah, it just flings you into the air. Actually, maybe should I do one more layer of sand up here? Yeah, maybe we should. I'm just going like overboard with the sand. Because I still see like a lot of stone, and to be honest, I don't think stone is like natural. So the fact that we're seeing stone is probably like an area that I've like chipped away at maybe. You don't even see the island? Oh man, that's brutal. Yeah, you might have to use like T-port and go to the stronghold and go back in, because if that's happened to me before. I forget if it was on this server or not. I think it might have been, or it might have been on like the last server I made. It's like I was looking for elytra wings, and I didn't mark down like where the portal was to get back, so then I just went roughly to the coordinates I thought they were at, and yeah, it's like I couldn't find the thing, the way back. Alright. I think that's probably good, and also it's funny because I put like a sand block up here. I saw the sand block, I was like, what is that? And then I immediately remembered I put that there deliberately. For that very reason. To kind of like stand on it and jump and like activate our fireworks. Because at one point when we were removing like sand from that area, it was kind of like annoying to swim all the way back. Also, this is good. This is why we had the iron cooking earlier. You can see it's like repairing our shovel by a lot. Bam, we went from like half durability to like, what is that, like 75, 80%? That's pretty solid. Alright, let's take all this out. Oh, free the end. Yes, nice. Let me know what you got. Like I was saying, I think you should have gotten like a dragon head, if I remember correctly. I think it... Oh my god, what the hell? Holy crap. I don't know why all of a sudden it made that sound. I think that is like normal. I think it used to do that on, I don't know if there's a skeleton horse there, but I think that used to do it on Bedrock. Dragon head and egg. Did you get, wait, yeah, did you get an elytra too? I think you should have gotten elytra, assuming it was like configured properly. Yeah, I don't know where this other... Yeah, awesome. This OP, yeah. You can honestly, like, in a sense... Oh, I think there's actually another one here, too. Yeah, I don't know where these skeleton horses came from. I think it might have actually spawned in more with, like, a lightning strike, because there's a lot of skeleton horses here that weren't before. But yeah, it is a bit OP, because I guess, yeah, it could be, like, one person just farming it infinitely. But the sort of thing I had in mind with it was, obviously, yeah, like, you know, as time goes on, you'd have to go, like, further and further out to get to an end city. So, obviously, for like, new players, it's, like, a bit unfair, because, obviously, yeah, then you would need to get, what do you call it? Man, let me, break the sugar cane. You'd have to get, like, tons of blocks and ender pearls, as we were talking about earlier. So, it's a bit unfair, and it would take up, like, too much time, and you might not even end up finding a pair of wings. So that was kind of the main reason why I added the plugin. which is to kind of try and ensure that it's like possible for people to get wings like kind of easily. Same with the dragon egg. Like fun fact, I haven't actually killed the dragon on the server. Like it was someone else that killed the dragon, but they were like kind enough to give me the dragon egg. But personally, I don't really care about the egg. But I know it does have a bit of like symbolic significance. Like because under normal circumstances, it only spawns one. But then I was like thinking that there might actually be someone that that wants the egg. So I figured I'd add that as well. I mean, the plugin, was mainly just for the wings, but it had the setting for the egg and the head, so I was like, might as well like make it where it gives that too. That is plain achievement is you use a spyglass on the dragon. It only exists in Java. Was the original egg? I do. Yeah, it was given to me by the person that killed the dragon, but, yeah. I mean, unless someone did it without me knowing, I think you're the first person to kill the dragon since, that plugin was added. Unless someone, like, killed it while I was offline. It's like, I think the only time I was aware of the dragon being killed, like, was the first time. Before that plugin was even a thing. Also, did the dragon drop, like, a lot of levels? I don't know if that was one of the settings I was able to configure. I don't think it was, but I'm just curious if it actually did end up, dropping stuff. Like, a lot of levels. Hey, Subcrafty. Made a bunch of cool things in Minecraft. Nice! It's always good when you're able to, make some cool stuff. I'm not very creative, so I don't really make too much stuff. I think we should be able to get that. Nice. Got the critical hit in. It didn't, but at least got an egg, yeah. I kind of wish, maybe I should, like, check the config for that plugin, but I kind of wish that was one of the settings. I mean, I guess maybe that would be a bit too overpowered. If, like, every time you kill the dragon, it dropped, like, 100 levels or something crazy. But I think one of the things I wanted with that that plugin was not only, like, for the wings, but once I saw you could, like, add it as well with, like, the dragon head and the egg, was that, like, I kind of wanted to make it as if you were fighting the dragon for the first time, so that way, like, if you respawned it, it's like... it would be almost as if it was the first time someone was killing the dragon. Also, I'm going to kind of cheese here, and... time day. I know it's a little bit cheesy, but, we just got here, and I really... As you can see, like, stuff's already was starting to spawn in, and I really don't want to, like, deal with that while we're trying to get some sand here. Too much cheese. Fire resistance potions. Yeah, you'd probably want to get that if you were going there. I think that is, like, I think I mentioned it, like, a little bit earlier, but that's one of the things I still want to do, is, like, get netherite, so I'd probably have to do that myself as well, like, brew up some fire-resistant potions, and, like, go to the nether and see if I can find some netherite. I still have to upgrade my, my helmet and my shovel to netherite. And then even after we upgrade those, I want to get, like, enough netherite to upgrade my backup sets of gear. So in the event that, something bad happens and, like, I die or whatever, I'll have, like, a netherite set of armor, like, good to go. With, just sitting in my ender chest or whatever. Because I already have, like, I think, like, 3 or 4 sets of gear. As, like, emergency sets. Because there was, like, a period where I died, like, twice within, like, a week. And I ended up losing all my stuff. Like, full sets of diamond armor and tools and stuff. Due to, my own, like, stupid mistakes. So, I want to make sure that I have, like, a lot of backup sets of gear. So, like, I have the sets of gear with like the enchantments and like diamonds and stuff like that. Like all the gear is like and tools are diamond. Actually, I don't think I have shovels or axes, but those would be like easy enough to get from the Enderman farm. But yeah, I'd need some netherite stuff. I don't want to like cheese it and spawn in like, you know, just netherite ingots or whatever. I want to actually like find it, but yeah, it's kind of annoying trying to find netherite because you have to find like 4 of the ancient debris and then you actually have to craft the thing. You also need the netherite upgrades, but I like crafted a bunch of those before. So like I think I still have enough to upgrade like 1 or 2 more sets of armor before we have to craft more upgrades. Bastions are death trap, had to block clutch. Well, what is that one? Yeah, they definitely are a death trap. That's the one thing that kind of like sucks about them. I think they're also kind of hard to find. Like I found a lot, but they weren't really like the good one that I was like looking for. Because I had been to so many bastions before I actually found one that had the netherite upgrade. I don't know if it was only that one kind that can spawn the upgrade, but yeah, it took forever to actually get one of those netherite upgrades. Had no food, had to use apples to heal, yeah. It's just like your like desperate last measure to get some health back. I mean, apples aren't really like that bad though. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to like probably eat them as like your normal food source, but like yeah, if you're in a pinch like that, they're not really that bad. Oh, golden apples. Oh man. Okay, yeah, then that is like more of a desperate situation. But you know, I think that's pretty much what they're used for, unless you're like converting zombie villagers. It's better that, you know, you eat them in a situation like that instead of just letting them like sit in your chest. Because I haven't done any like zombie villager stuff in a while, and I think I've kind of like amassed like a lot of golden apples that are just like sitting in my my chest. So, you know, at least you can say you're kind of like putting it to use. I'm trying to keep an eye on my shovel durability. Because, yeah, it is kind of getting a bit low again. I think this time, though, we'll have enough sand to finish our area. Because I know, like, earlier I said I thought we had enough, and I, like, jinxed it, but, like, I think this has to be enough, because I don't even think there's that much area left that still needs sand. And we have, like, a shulker full already, and, like, you know, we're gonna fill our inventory as well, so we'll have almost a double chest worth of sand by the time we head back, so I think there's no way we don't have enough on us when we're done. Also, what time is it? Alright, we've been on 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I think maybe, like I was saying a bit earlier, is we'll try and, like, finish placing all the sand, and then probably when I'm on, like, later in the evening, we'll probably, focus on, like, actually making the area look good. And then once that's done, then we can actually work on our base. And then once the base is done, then we can rest and do other stuff. I mean, obviously, I'll still be doing probably some small stuff in between there. Like, you know, the occasional caving trip, or like we were just talking about, maybe going to the nether and, like, trying to get some netherite or something. But I do want to finish this base before Starfield comes out, because as I was mentioning earlier, it's like once that comes out, I probably won't be playing Minecraft for like a while. Assuming the game doesn't suck, you know, there's we're full on stuff. there's always the chance that the game like flops, and then we're like back shortly after to Minecraft. But assuming Starfield doesn't suck, then we'll probably be playing that for a while. And then after that, there'll probably be some other games that come out around that time. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, grab this. Alright, let me throw some sand away. Just in that chest. I think this will probably be enough potions. Like, I don't think we'll need the last set. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty much just this spot. And then once that's done, then we'll... I think I want to, like, also fill in that area, like, right in front of the base that kind of, like, has that huge drop-off. Because I think from, like, above, I don't know, I think I showed it when I was, like, flying in. But it looks, like, really bad because there's almost, like, no sand in front of the base. Like, even though from inside the base, you can't really notice it. From, like, the air, it, like, looks so bad. Because it's, like, there's almost no sand there. It just, like, looks so out of place. Oh, what? I'm assuming you're laughing because it's, like, showing it on my screen, maybe. Yeah, it's funny because, like, that's one, like, bad thing about that command. It's, like, it's good and bad because, like, you can actually see... Like, it's good because you can see what people are doing. Like, sometimes people might be putting something bad on a sign or something, and you would be able to see it, but the problem with it is, yeah, like, it shows it on my screen, so it's, like, at least it's good because it tells you who's doing it, you know what I mean? But, it's bad because if it was actually something, like, bad that they were posting, it's like, I think you can, like, possibly get a little bit in trouble, depending on, like, what's said. I think, Minecraft kind of, like, censors it, though, because I know I've actually had people, come into the server and they, like, say, like, bad stuff, but, like, Minecraft kind of, like, censors it, so it's just that, like, star symbol. So could be worse. Like, I think there are sort of things in place for Minecraft to kind of, like, deal with that. But yeah. Also, it's funny because, like, my left hand is, like, getting a bit sore because I've been, like, spamming LT so many times. It's like, I think it's a combination of, like, actual fatigue, because even if I had been, like, still playing Xbox, like, almost every day, I'd still probably get, like, a bit of fatigue in my, like, wrist and hand after, like, hitting the button so many times. It's like a skill issue? Yeah, it kind of is, because, like I was saying earlier, it's like I've been slacking, I haven't been really on as much, so I think that's part of it, is, because I haven't really been on as much, like, I don't really have as much, like, fatigue, or, like, not fatigue, like, sort of resilience, in my wrist. Like, yeah, if I was playing, like, every day, it's like, you kind of build up a tolerance, because you're hitting so many buttons, like, every day, It's like you kind of like build up strength in your wrists, but then like when you don't play for a while, it's like when you're just spamming LT like this, it's like, you know, your finger is kind of like flexing, plus like your wrist. It's like, you know, after a while, it feels like kind of weird. Like, I don't know if there's a way for me to check, but I think obviously today alone, we've placed like a double chest plus a regular chest, like worth of sand. So it's like, you know, I'm just like spamming LT like that many times, which is like thousands of times. And each time it's like, you know, kind of like flexing the like the sort of like nerves. It's like I'm working out my wrist here, just like doing this. Alright, let's get this. Alright, 3 minutes. I think that will probably bring us to like the end of like the sand we have on us, but they'll have to like go and grab more sand out of the chest. But I think we're definitely finishing this tonight, by the looks of it. Like, I think we have enough sand to finish this area, and probably with the extra sand, I'll probably work on like the front of the base. See if we can like squeeze in some more stuff there. Alright, there's that. Alright, I think we'll kind of like leave it. Actually, maybe... Yeah, maybe we'll kind of like do something like this. And like hook it up to this sand. Alright, minute and a half. I think though, honestly, like I need to stop thinking of like huge bases, because like this isn't like sort of a unique thing. This happens like every time I make a server. Is like when I decide to get around to making a base, I always end up making them so large. Normally, I never end up coming close to finishing it because we put in like so much work, and like we haven't even really started on like the inside of the base itself. We're just still been like working on the outside of the ocean here, and then, you know, like even later today when I'm on, we're still gonna be working on the ocean. So it's like kind of crazy when you think about it. Hey, support me. I was trying to track the Australian audience. Hey, you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, it is pretty late. I probably won't be on much longer. No, it's nighttime. Like, I'm just trying to, like, finish placing down a lot of the sand. And then, then we'll probably be calling it. Alright, water breathing, night vision. Going to bed, came here because it's, I want to say hi. I appreciate it. I hope you sleep well, Wormy. I appreciate you stopping in. Gotta get that, solid sleep. It's like, I'll still be on when you wake up. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. I know there are, like, people like that obviously, that stream. It's like, you know, when they're on, it's like, you know, literally like, a full-time thing. Like, they're on, like, 8 to 12 hours a day or something. It's, like, crazy. I kind of respect that, though. Uh, 1 sec, I need to get a drink. A question, is Fulbright allowed? Isn't that, like, where it's, like, just constantly, like, night vision or whatever? I mean, to some extent, I would consider it, like, cheating, but, like, I think someone recently, like, one of the last times I was on, I think someone asked me to, like, check out their base, and, like, like, it was pitch black in a cave, and they said they had Fulbright on, so, like, I didn't really, like, give them a hard time about it, so it's like, to some extent, I would personally consider it cheating, but at the same time, you know, the server is, like, super casual, so as long as it's not, like, an actual, like, cheat, you know, like, that the anti-cheat is, like, banning, basically, then I guess you can go ahead with it. Because I think they were also mentioning they had a thing where they could place, like, a waypoints on the map. It almost sounded like a mod. But, you know, like I was saying, it's, like, it's kind of super casual, so as long as it's not, like, really affecting other people, you know, I don't really mind it, I guess. So, and basically, long story short, like, I guess it probably is allowed. Because, yeah, I guess you being able to see in caves and stuff doesn't really affect people. Download it today? Nice. Yeah, hopefully it's pretty useful for you. I mean, I imagine it would. It's basically, like, by the sounds of it, just like night vision. Honestly, if I could get it on Bedrock, maybe I would. Because, yeah, sometimes in the caves, like, the lighting is, like, kind of, like, bad. Like, even if you place torches down, yeah, sometimes... I think you were there with me once, in a cave. There were, like... I think it was you that spotted it. There were, like, diamonds in the ceiling. And it's like, I couldn't even see it on Bedrock, even though I have, like, max brightness. It's just, like, sometimes it's too dark. Like, you just can't see stuff. So, I definitely, can kind of understand wanting to use stuff like that. Also that mod is called World Map, adds waypoints and stuff. Yeah, like, that's the thing, like, it's weird because, like, I thought something like that wouldn't really work. Because, like, the server, I think, even though it maybe supports mods, because it's, like, the spigot thing, and it's not, like, actually core vanilla, I still figured it wouldn't really, like, allow stuff like that, but it's kind of interesting, because, yeah, obviously now it sounds like it is possible for, like, them to maybe have some, like, client-side mods. So it is kind of interesting. I mean, like I said, as long as it's not really, like, affecting other people, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but yeah, kind of interesting. Yeah, it is client-side, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but still. I really wish I could, like, get something like that on Bedrock. I think I was mentioning that, like, when I was on, like, last week. Was that dirt always like that? In a weird formation? But it, like, how Microsoft should add, like, mods and stuff to Minecraft. Because, you know, they've already done it with Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Like, even if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, you can actually, is someone here invisible? It's like, I thought that sound was, like, gravel falling, but, like, I'm assuming that, like, dirt, is being placed. Option to TP, but it's only for ops. When you don't use Bedrock, yeah. Honestly, I don't blame you. I'm sure that probably is like a far more enjoyable experience if you're able to play on Java, where like you can have sort of like enhancements because you know, this being the first like Java server that I've made, um, it's like even the plugins we have aren't probably like that incredible. I see you, Venus. I see you. um, but yeah, even though they're not really that incredible in like the grand scheme of things, because I haven't been able to like have stuff like that before on like previous servers, I'm still like blown away by, you know, like the small stuff we do have, like the claims and stuff. Because I think I mentioned this before, like back when I would have servers on like Bedrock, because it was literally like core vanilla. It's like there wasn't really any like plugins to like protect your stuff. So like your base still could get griefed, and like the only way to really protect your stuff was to put it in an ender chest, because if it wasn't in an ender chest, then obviously it could be stolen. So like it's literally like game changing having like a plugin to like, you know, just speaking on terms of like the better claims one. It's like insane that like I'm able to actually what do you call it? Like have something to protect my stuff. I think that's one of the reasons why I've gone like so all out with this base, even though like we haven't even started working on the inside of it, is because, you know, like knowing that it's like gonna be protected, you know, makes me actually want to like build something like large instead of just like building a tiny base that, you know, I'm like worried about it getting like destroyed. So it's kind of crazy. I was trying to troll you for the past 6 minutes. I started off shooting arrows at you. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize the arrows. I only realized the dirt because, yeah, like you know, we were just talking about stuff, but then I realized that, there was like dirt behind me at that one point, and I like sort of commented on it. I was like, oh, was the dirt always there? Because it looked like kind of a weird formation, the way it was like standing up. I was like, I feel like I would have, broken that already. So I was like kind of confused why it was like that. I'm just trying to cover up all the gravel and stuff. You know, like counter 19. Yeah, I say a lot of stuff like really frequently. That's why one of the emotes, for example, is like the squirrel holding up, I think, like just the text, like too kind. Is just because I tend to like say that sometimes, you know. So I just said, you know, again. Yeah, that's what I mean, is like, you know, I just say stuff, like certain phrases, like, frequently. Alright, we're almost done covering... Okay, never mind. I was about to say, we were almost done covering this up, but, you know, when you're, like, looking at it, like, close-up, it looks like you're almost done, but then when you look around, it's like there's still, like, a lot of, stuff we need to cover up here. I like that shield, by the way. That looks pretty nice. How do you make a water breathing? You need, a puffer fish. Which, yeah, you would get from fishing, so... That's why it's kind of hard to make water breathing, is because normally you have to, like, get it from fishing. What I did is I just went to, like, a coral reef. Like, I went looking for one, and then if you, like, swim around there, you can find pufferfish, like, physically swimming around, and you can just kill them with your sword. Like, even if you have looting, they only drop one fish, but, it's a lot faster than, like, actually catching it through, through fishing. So if you're looking for a ton of puffer fish, you probably want to go to a coral reef. Caught one first try, dang. I wish I had that kind of luck. That's kind of crazy. Luck is good and bad on the server. Yeah, it comes and goes. Alright, I think that's, like, pretty good. Just want to fill that in. Oh my god, wow, that lightning bolt, I, like, caught a quick glimpse of it. That was, like, really close. Alright, we'll leave that cave. So yeah, it's just this little part, and I think then we're pretty much done. I still want to, like, change some stuff in front of my base, but, I need to, like, take another look at it. And kind of, like, determine for myself, like, what exactly I want to do. Because part of me wanted to leave it unchanged, but I think, like, from above, it looks, like, really bad, currently. Maybe if I have some night vision left over, when we're done, like, placing all this stuff, I'll try and, like, go a little bit faster. I can kind of, like, show what I'm talking about. Let me get rid of the copper. An iron pickaxe I'll never use. Yeah, you know, that kind of just goes back to what we were just talking about with, like, luck. Is, you know, I think a lot of the drops, honestly, aren't really that good. Like, most of them are kind of, like, junk. So maybe I should, like, add more stuff to the drops. But yeah. It's like, you know, it is kind of meant to be a little bit luck-based. Also, I said, you know, now I'm, like, being self-conscious. I'm, like, thinking about that now every time I say, you know. It's like, oh, yeah, it's like, I do say that a lot. Alright, I think that is, like, everything that we wanted to do. Obviously, like, the caves are kind of, like, open there. But yeah, if we fly over here, how much night... Okay, we have, like, 2.5 minutes of night vision. You can kind of see here. It's, like, there's, like, no sand here. So it looks, like, really bad. At least from above. Like, if you were in the base, you probably wouldn't really be able to tell too much that there's, like, the huge drop-off there, but what... Oh my god. Phantoms! Alright, there we go. Oh, whoops, I went too far. Actually, hang on, yeah. Oh, lightning strike. So yeah, you can kind of see now it looks, like, really good, because it's, like, basically all sand. That's kind of why I went all the way to that corner, is because normally I would go there to, like, check stuff. But yeah, you can see from here, I guess you can see down, so maybe we should fix that too. But, like, you know, you can't really see it that much. Like, if you're in first person, it's like you can only see, like, a bit of gravel. I mean, obviously we'll probably have, like, a second floor at least, so that height advantage would allow us to see, like, further out. So I guess we still do have, like, a little bit of stuff we need to fix up there. But, under normal circumstances, you know, you can't really see it too much. But yeah, there are, like, some areas that I guess we do need to fix up. I was planning on leaving them as, like, caves, but it probably is, like, maybe a bit better if we, kind of, like, fix this area up. Okay. Let me just throw all this junk in there. Bottles, I guess we'll take those back. I see you. Oh, yeah, hang on, I just realized I need to check something. Okay, yeah, we did run out of potions. I thought I left, like, a set behind, but maybe I took that with me without, like, realizing it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna brew, like, a ton of potions. Let me go get this, shulker box. My screen here crawling? Oh. That's a little bit weird. It's like you looked kind of, like, normal on my screen. Oops. Alright, let's get started. I guess we'll do, like, 2 night vision to start. It's 5 FPS doesn't seem okay. It's like 15. Okay. Oh yeah, let's grab this stuff. Start using this to repair our shovel. We actually got like a decent amount of XP from that. Look at that. We basically brought the shovel back up to like half durability. It's like saving us trips to the Enderman farm. So yeah, I think that is probably what we'll do to like kind of end today is I'll just brew potions to kind of like, you know, get us ready for later today in the evening when I'm on. Well, that way we'll have potions. You're crawling? Wait, really? I don't know if that like fixed it. But yeah, it's like on my screen I'm normal. Alright, there's night vision. You're inside of the bed. Yeah, sometimes there are like issues like that. It could be because you know, we're on like Bedrock, so sometimes like sending it to the server because it's like Java, sometimes it like kind of does weird stuff with like registering our existence. Alright, there's one set of potions. So yeah, we already got like, you know, 2 sets of night vision, so we'll do another set of night vision, then we'll do like 3 sets of water breathing. And then that should be enough potions to like do everything we need to do underwater tomorrow. Because like 3 potions are like 24 minutes, so basically if we have like 3 sets of each potion, that's like almost an hour. Well, it's like a bit over an hour, I'm pretty sure, but I think that's probably good enough to like, you know, make most of the ocean look good. We can also like, you know, make more potions if we need to, but I think for like going into tomorrow, I think just having like 9 potions of each is probably more than enough. Alright, so that's water breathing. Night vision. Alright, final set. Potions. Yeah, if you're on the plot, a lot of the time it doesn't let you damage the monsters. Yeah. I don't really know if there's like a way around that. I know like at one point someone would say that like critical hits would go through, but like I think sometimes they do, but like I don't think that's like a guaranteed thing. Um Alright, we need to fill the bottles. Alright. So laggy, you can't kill him. Oh, sorry, just reading that message I missed about the like sort of bunny hop. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm doing it wrong, but it's all good. But yeah, it's like the lag, like, does it normally lag while you're in this area, or is it just like, you know, like the first time it's happening or something? In this area? Oh, okay. I have a feeling then it's probably the animals. Like, you know, I think that would probably be like the only explanation for it. Oh yeah, look, there is a skeleton horse like way in the back there. Let me go grab him, I guess. Leads. Let me also put in the redstone. So yeah, by the looks of it, it did spawn, more skeleton horses. I guess, like, I guess someone was in the area, and then, like, you know, obviously a lightning bolt hit, and then it spawned them, because, yeah, you can have that horse, by the way, Venus. You know, it's funny, because earlier you mentioned you got a saddle. It's like, if you still have it on you, you know, you could put it to use. I don't know if you want that horse or not, but yeah, I'm just kind of trying to look around here. Yeah, you're not wrong. I actually had that happen once, like, someone, like, broke the lead somehow on like one of the existing ones I had tied up. So I should probably add like a proper pen for like these four, the ones that like I guess I was actually keeping. But you can see this one, like this one not attached to the house. That one was one that I tied up earlier, and then the one at the side here of the animal pen, that was also like another one that I had recently like tied up. This one was like one from like a week or two ago. But yeah, I think it did spawn in more. It's like kind of funny because I thought they were super rare, but it seems like now we're seeing them all the time. Like, I think on this server alone, that's like the third or fourth time I've actually seen like the lightning spawn in the skeleton horses. I thought it was like such a rare event that like it would almost never happen, but it's been happening a lot on the server. Alright. I think because we're here, it's like, you know, I might as well do like one more batch of potions. No, I just got a lead. Alright, so 2 redstone, 2 nether wart, and we'll make that. How do I take them home? Yeah, that's kind of a great question. I mean, if you have, like, the lead, like, over there, you'll be able to drag him over water. Like, I know 2.5k blocks is, like, a lot, but, I mean, it's not that bad, you know what I mean? Like, if you were trying to make the trip, you actually, like, could do it, you know what I mean? If you have the lead, because then you can, like, drag him over the water, like, even if there's like, a gap, as long as you have him, like, attached to a lead, he'll be okay. You're lucky since the water's there? Yeah, does it actually let you, put him in a boat? I think it might, like, not work. Or what you're... Oh. Yeah, I don't think you can attach him to the boat, but maybe... I don't know if you already tried it, but maybe if you, like, put a lead on him and then you get into the boat, maybe, yeah, like that. Maybe that will work. You just gotta make sure that you check behind you. Like, every so often, because, the lead looks solid there, but there's always that chance that it, like, breaks off while you're, transporting. So just make sure you're occasionally, like, checking behind you if he's still there. Also, I think we're gonna brew, like, another set on top of, what we were brewing there. Because, you know, like I said, you know, we are here. Might as well. I'm a third person, so okay, alright, sounds good. It's funny because I added the soul speed to my boots, but I almost like, wait, I just realized, does the soul speed use durability on your boots? Because, like, the only piece of armor that I'm, like, missing stuff on is, the boots. That could actually be kind of bad. Because I added soul speed to some of my boots. So if it uses durability when you, like, walk on soul sand, that could be, like, a huge problem. Alright. Not that I really go to the nether very often, but that would, like, annoy me if I'm just, like, running in the nether and then all of a sudden, like, my boots just break off. If it was, like, you know, netherite with, like, 5 or 6 enchantments on it, that would, like, kind of annoy me if that, if we lost it like that. Alright. So our potions are almost done. I'm probably just gonna leave the shulker box here for now. Because I don't think anyone can open it because it's on our plot, so I think it's, like, safe there. So there isn't really a rush for me to move that. But I think we'll be getting off here pretty shortly. I'm just waiting for these potions to finish. But I have the feeling I'm going the wrong way home. Yeah, it's probably just, you know, you're thinking, because it's, like, maybe something different, you know what I mean? Like, you're bringing the horse back. So you probably have, like, a bit of uneasiness. I'm sure you're probably going the right way. Hopefully. You can always open up the claims list plugin and, like, check the coordinates. It's, like, so slow, the typing on, like, Bedrock, because we have to, like, use the controller to type. Slash claims list. Yeah, you probably already know this, but yeah, if you open up the claims list and you go to, like, the kind of left side, the paper there, you can see it, it tells you the coordinates of your claim. Alright. That's pretty sick. Okay. I think I want to do, like, cobble, or maybe we can just use dirt since we have so much of it. I'll just bring, like, a ton of dirt with me. we'll use that to like fill in the spot in front of our base. We'll just get like one open slot. But yeah, then we'll like add like a dirt layer, and then we'll be able to put sand over the dirt. Because obviously sand has gravity, so it's kind of like difficult to put sand down without like putting a layer first that it can sit on top of. But yeah, we have our stuff prepped for tomorrow. So, or well, more like later today, because I'm hopefully gonna be on later at the usual time. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate everyone chilling. Actually, Han, I wanted to get a screenshot if it was possible. Crap. Maybe I have to do this in third person. I know this might seem a little bit confusing, but I'm trying to like get a screenshot of our base area. How's that look? We might die here. Okay, no, that actually worked out perfectly. I like that a lot. Something like this. Because yeah, I'm trying to get like a picture I can use as like a thumbnail. Of our area. A few signs on the L, by the way. Yeah, I think I read them at one point. I think it like didn't mention that it was you that put them up. Yeah, I still have yet to take them down, like the L's, but yeah. It was kind of funny because like I think I checked that one first, but then when I was like doing stuff here at the villager pen, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you could see like the signs load in from down here. Oh, you left shears on them? Oh, I appreciate it. Very generous. But yeah, like, I could see signs down here, and I didn't want to like check what they were on stream because I was worried about like, you know, that it was someone with like bad intentions and they put like bad stuff. Oh, on the ocean one, there's shears. All right, yeah, I'll have to check that out at some point and like take those down. But yeah, originally I was like, when I saw those, I thought it was someone like trying to grief or something, or like, you know, like I said, then when I noticed there were signs, I was worried that there'd be like bad stuff on the signs, so that I didn't like check them until I like got off one day. Like I, you know, sort of signed off, and then, well, I was still on the server. I like took a quick peek on the left one there. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate everyone chilling. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you probably later in the day. Take it easy.